Peace and blessing, peace and blessing. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, enemies and comrades. Hey, karibu sana for another session, okay? Kahawa. Nice, 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 nice. Mpaka tuji nice kidogo, kahawa ichemshe bongo, iniamshe, whatever the case is. Ama namna gani? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, enemies and comrades, I hope you're doing well wherever you are, whether you're in Africa, Europe, Antarctica, Asia, North America, South America, okay, Atlantis, whatever the continent you are in. Karibu sana, karibu, kaa chini, get some popcorn. Kama unakula lunch, kaa chini. Kama unakula dinner, kaa chini. Kama unakunywa chai ya saa 10, tafadhali, kaa chini tuongee. We are supposed to have this discussion that will actually inform our viewership. But, my friends, the first order of the day, you know what time it is. You know what you're supposed to be doing. Ebu ingia hapo anze kulike video hata kabla tujaanza. The first order of the day, like the video, like. Na kama hauja subscribe, tafadhali. Na si tafadhali. Subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. This is Kenya Revolutionary for another session. As you can see, mada ya leo ni Raila Academic Credential Saga continues. Hii mambo ya Raila, hii degree yake na diploma, I don't know if it's a degree, diploma, or whatever it is. It's going to get to a point where he'll have to produce the documents. We have to see for the public. Okay? This is where it's heading because it's heating up. And the catalyst in all this is none other than Dr. Miguna, who actually questioned this. I told you, the man has influence. He has like 2.5 million followers and counting on Twitter, or as you know it right now as X. Yes. And he raised these questions and actually went deep into it. You know, naming people who traveled with Raila Odinga to Germany in 1960, I don't know what, when it was still Cold War days in East Germany somewhere. And say that none can vouch for Raila, saying that there's no one who went to school with Raila Odinga in Germany. So he cannot claim that, you know. He actually went to Germany, East Germany, whatever, lived there, but he never went to school. He never graduated. In fact, Miguna is claiming that Raila Odinga actually never even finished primary school, nor did he finish secondary school. So, Raila Odinga, can you produce the credentials? That is the question. Now, yesterday in my video, I actually mentioned that Raila's trip to Germany after all this saga started might have something to do with that. I said the BND, you know, the intelligence services, federal intelligence services for Germany might help Raila Odinga get some kind of papers because, you know, Raila is, I've been saying here, I know you might disagree. That's fine. You can disagree. I'm saying Raila Odinga is involved in the intelligence community. To be exact, CIA. And CIA always work with intelligence across the world, whether it's MI6, whether it's intelligence service, federal intelligence service in Germany, or Scotland Yard, or whatever the case. You know, they work together, okay? For example, for those of you who actually were here when Obama was running for president, remember there was, in the US, that is, there were people who they were calling the birthers, who were actually questioning the authenticity of Barack Obama's birth certificate. Remember that? And actually, when he posted it in his White House website, people who know anything about birth certificates could say that it was not authentic. And there's a good reason. People who we call conspiracy theorists, but actually, if you kind of pay close attention, they say Obama was never born in Hawaii. No, he was not. But that's a story for another day. I just likened that story with the Raila Odinga situation here, okay, regarding his academic credentials. I feel like for him, I think it will be easier for him to actually post his credentials. If it's whether it's primary school, secondary school, college, that's German college, whatever he was, he just post it so he can settle this. So those people, the onus will be on people like Miguna Miguna who are questioning whether you graduated. It will be up to them to prove otherwise. Because as of now, by all means, by all the general consensus is Raila Odinga, you never graduated, you don't have a master's, you're not an engineer. That's the general consensus. Yes, there are people who might say, yeah, Baba has his engineer. They're just saying that because you're followers. They want you to see this. They support you. But in reality, if you get down to it, it doesn't look good. To make matters worse today, Raila Odinga, in his Twitter page, he posted a picture of him visiting some high school in Leipzig, in Germany. I'll show you, because right now he's falling for the bait, and it will actually force him at some point to show his grades or his certificate. Let's go to it. Let me show you. Let me take a sip of this coffee because it's getting hot. All right. Let me show you that in Raila Odinga's page, okay? Are you guys ready? Okay. Click the like button, okay? Hebu click hapo mara moja na uache mchezo. Acha mchezo hapo. Twende kazi, Twende kazi immediately. Okay, this is Raila Odinga's page. As you can see, I'll show you a short video. So naiona haya. It's an 8-second. This is him in Leipzig, high school, I believe. And let me just hold on. Let me just show you something else. So here's what he wrote here. This is 3 hours ago, okay? Visiting Harder. Okay, Harder Institute, my alma mater in Leipzig, Germany, brought back memories of my high school days, from the familiar corridors to returning to my previous house in Lumumba Street and meeting with today's students. Okay, so down here you can see, he's meeting with the students in that high school that he purportedly went to. There you go. He's saying, that gives him memories and all that. See, he's up there. That's where he said he went to, and there's the students there. Funny enough, is like they all look Asian. Nothing wrong with Asians, but I'm expecting Germany. Yes, I expected some Asian there, probably international students. But I would like to see some Germans. Okay. But the funny part is the comment section. OMG. Let's go to the comment section on this issue. Hapo ndio kuna visanga. People were going in. That's what I keep on saying, Raila Odinga. At some point, you will have to, you will have to show us the ninio bana. You'll have to show us the certificates. Going to the building is well and good, but you have to come with the receipts. You have to have them. Raila Odinga, you just have to have them. But let's go to the comment section. Comment section is what was killing me. Hebu tuangalie. Let's go to the comment section kidogo tu, yani tuangalie tu watu nasema nini. That's the part I want. Okay, number one, the first person, this must Kandie, is saying, we can't even see the entire building. Hey. Joe Nyangweso was saying, my prayer, you live long. Okay. Poor man's defender is saying, it's like Miguna knows something that we all ignore. AU chairmanship is unraveling the much anticipated Baba's qualifications, engineer or welder. Sheila Cherotich Monyorio says, we love you. Okoth Dwenyi, long life, Raila Odinga. Fagula Chuma says, one missed call, please. One missed call. I don't know what does that mean by Fagula. But he says, one missed call. Fagula Chuma, who's this? I saw him on my... Okay. He's saying one missed call. Okay. Great seeing you together. His Peckness. All right. Mzee wacha kizungu mingi. Kazungu Muramba wrote, mzee wacha kizungu mingi. Kama uko na degree in engineering, sinuiweke hapa kwa mtandao wa Kenya wao. I mean, that's a good point. That's what I'm calling for. Simply, Raila Odinga. If you have it, iweke hapo, let people examine it. The people who want to question it, they can question it. And going to that high school was just a wrong move. Whoever decided to take you to tell you to go there, actually, that's just not. This actually shows that the pressure, Miguna is in your head. Miguna is in your head. He's living in your head rent free, Mr. Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga, sorry. Because it's Miguna who started, not even, actually, Miguna didn't start this thing. This thing with somebody called Samogola. Okay? Then Miguna picked on that too. And now it's catching fire. Okay? But Kazungu Muramba said something that's reasonable, actually. It's not funny, but it's actually reasonable. He says, mzee wacha kizungu mingi. Kama uko na degree in engineering, si uiweke hapa kwa mtandao wa Kenya waione. I don't see anything wrong with that. That's just fair statement. Anyway, that's just part of how people feel. Most of the people, it's either they actually like you, they're like, long live mzee, but some people who actually want the truth, ascertain the truth, are saying, show us the degree. Wacha kutuonyesha mapicha mingi. It's nice you're out there. Yeah, like I say, here it is for those of you who missed it. He's in Germany. This is the school, the place that he purportedly went to, attended in East Germany back then, Leipzig, Germany. Okay, Leipzig has a really good soccer team, by the way, for those who watch soccer. Yeah, like you see, 3 hours ago, saying visiting the Herder Institute, my alma mater, in Leipzig, Germany, brought back memories of my high school days. So basically, he's saying he went to high school in Leipzig, there in Herder Institute. Whether this is true, I don't know. Somebody wrote in the comment section that actually raised a good question, saying, if you went to that school, please, tunataka kuona degree. Let's show us. Maliza debate by showing us. And I mentioned yesterday that this probably was done. Raila, yes, he went for some. I'll show you what he went for yesterday. Let me go back to there. Something where was it? Let me get off this post. Let me just show you before that, the day before, okay? He went and spoke in, was it the Wild Forum? You can see that there, February 18th, which is the day before yesterday or something like that, okay? Where he writes, exciting day at Wild Forum on the future of democracy, tech, and humankind in Berlin, with global leaders in politics, civil society, and culture poised to explore groundbreaking ideas and practices for a better world. Discussions on pressing socio-political issues underway. And he gave a speech there about, judiciary and all that. So that you can see his pictures there. Okay, just go to his page and you can see what I'm talking about. My thing is this, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, as we continue. Let me just see you. My issue is not, I don't have a problem. I don't have a dog in this fight as far as who is going to be the next AU chairman, okay? The position that he's going to, okay? My thing is this. You, Raila, you've chosen to respond to this issue, okay? And you have decided to respond to it by addressing it indirectly. Soon as this mambo ya ninio ilianza, your degree and all that, you might not qualify. Or ulikia kwa ndege ukaenda kwa World Economic Forum, whatever, World Forum, okay, of global governance, whatever the nonsense is, okay? Then, today, you posted a picture of you going back to your supposed high school that you attended when you were in Germany, when you live in Germany, okay? Now, let's actually examine the challenge that's there. You can go and visit the high school, that's fine. Unaweza ukatembea huko, upige picha, usalimie watu na watoto na kila kitu, kutane na principal. Show us, when did you graduate? That's what we care about. Unaweza enda kupiga. You can go to any high school in any part of the world and do what you did, Raila Odinga. I can go to Oxford University. Niende nichukue picha na watu, I shake hands with the principal and say, good memories of 1965 when I used to go attend Oxford University. And that does not prove anything. It actually doesn't prove that I went to Oxford. Hiyo ni picha tu na maneno yako. tuonyeshe hiyo ninio yako. Show us your credential, Raila Odinga. Show us. Wacha hizi ninio mambo mingi bana. Okay? That's all we want to know. Show us. But the thing I'm saying, the point I'm trying to make with in this Raila Odinga is that it was a huge mistake going to that high school and taking pictures, because now it actually puts more pressure on you to actually produce the documents. You'll have to. You just have to. Because Miguna is on your neck. And it's not going to ease up. And by the way, it is said that Uhuru Kenyatta wants that chair too. Uhuru Kenyatta it will be in his best interest to put pressure on you indirectly. He'll use people like Pauline Njoroge, and I will go to that point. Nitaenda kwa Pauline Njoroge na Uhuru Kenyatta, because they are doing something chini ya maji to sabotage Raila's journey to this ninio. So Raila Odinga, tuonyeshe hizo makaratasi bwana. Onyesha hiyo engineer degree hiyo. By the way, going to high school, the last time I checked, doesn't give you a degree. They don't give you a master's degree. But let's go to Miguna's page. Because Miguna is still going in on Raila Odinga. As you know, these guys are political nemesis. They don't see eye to eye. You know, from becoming the senior most advisor of the prime minister at the time when Raila Odinga was the prime minister, to now they are not getting along. But let's go to Miguna. Sawa. Tuangalie Miguna anasema nini ama namna gani? Aya basi twende. Twende kazi. Today, please like the video. Tafadhali msingoje hata kidogo. Msingoje hata nini? Msingoje hata kidogo. We are chambuari. Hapa tunachambua vitu. Hakuna propaganda, tunataka kujua ukweli. Ama namna gani? Aya basi. All right. So Miguna, you know, there are some people who were questioning him yesterday about him claiming Raila Odinga has no nini wala nini. So he responded to them. By the way, like the video and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Usipo subscribe, my friend. And like it, please. Like the video. Okay. So Miguna, alienda you know, he responded to his critics who were saying, we Miguna, you are just hating Raila Odinga, we umna hasira mingi sijui nini. So here's what he wrote 5 hours ago, okay? Tutaanza na hapo. He wrote, Kenyans keep shouting, academic success is nothing. All you need are connections and money. Yet, they are struggling to come up with Johnson Sakaja's Mutura degree to convince the AU Commission. But without a primary school certificate, it's going to be another Hakietu noises in Addis Ababa. We uru tugo code degree maler. Basically, this is a shout on Raila Odinga, okay? So he's saying, people are saying, all you need is money and connection, and you'll be all right. And he's saying, hii makelele mnapiga hapa, tutaona mkiandamana huko Addis Ababa. That's what basically he's saying. Twende chini hapo. He's responding to Odoyo Owede straight, where he says, Odoyo Owede was saying, Raila fanatics are struggling to panel beat his only known certificate into everything he needs to qualify for the AUC job. We too wish him well. It will be good for all. And Miguna says, it's not a non-certificate. It's a fake one. It isn't genuine, and it isn't. He must fail. Hey! Hi! Woo-wee! Hi! Gudia, ameingia. Karibu sana Gudia. Nice to see you as always. Hi! So Miguna is not letting go. He has his foot on Raila's neck. Produce the diploma. Produce the degree. According to Miguna, Raila Odinga never finished primary school. According to Miguna, Raila Odinga never finished secondary school. According to Miguna, Raila Odinga went to East Germany but never went to school in East Germany. Hey! So we saw I show you the video. It's on Ninio. The clip, 8-second clip of Raila Odinga going to Herder Institute in Leipzig, Germany, okay? Where he visited there, took pictures. He was pointing here and there and took pictures with a couple of Wachina Fulani hapo, you know, Then he said memories of the days when he used to go to school there. But we are asking, most people are asking, the skeptics are asking, show us the degree. Where is the copy of the certificate of the completion of high school or completion of primary school? Show us Raila Odinga. Stop showing us pictures of you visiting a high school. Hiyo ndio tunataka kujua. And Miguna is on your neck. Ay. Okay. And it doesn't stop there. Previously he wrote there. Lakini Miguna jamani. Hey. Aya, tuone. Anyway, I actually did this. I did this yesterday, so I don't want to actually do something the same thing I was doing yesterday. I want to pivot into the next issue, which is Uhuru Kenyatta. And I will go further a little bit, okay? Talking about what the implication of this might mean. Because it is said that Uhuru Kenyatta is also eyeing for this position. And some of his followers are asking, why is Uhuru Kenyatta not going for it wazi? And actually, some of them are supporting Kikwete. Kikwete, the former president, head of state for Tanzania. Ikahawa ni mzuri sana. Bwana sifiwe. Anyway, Robert Alai wrote something that I actually... What the hell? Why are people saying RIP Kenyatta? Okay. Robert Alai, let's go back to Robert Alai, okay? Let me find... Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, and comrades. Let me show you a tweet by Robert Alai, right? Robert, what's his name? Robert Alai, isn't it? Robert Alai. I think this is it, huh? He wrote something that actually was interesting. Okay, huyo ndio Robert Alai. Okay, his first tweet was yesterday saying the party is truly democratic and listening. Join in and become a member. No way, Robert Alai. We are not joining ODM. There's nothing democratic about that. But let's go to Robert Alai, because Robert Alai was actually saying that Uhuru Kenyatta, through Pauline Njoroge, they want that ninio. Wanataka hiyo kiti. Yeah? To grab with the built using an image. Hebu tuangalie. Wacha tuende tu chini hapo. So, okay, see, he reposted what Raila was showing us going to Instagram. Tuache mchezo mingi bana. Anyway. Okay, so his first tweet 3 hours ago for Robert Alai. Let me just start with this one. Robert Alai says, on AU chairmanship, I hear that the candidature of Kikwete is being pushed by Professor Kagwanja's wife, who is also a national security advisor in State House, Monica Juma. Monica Juma wants the position for herself. She believes that whoever comes from Mount Kenya spoils for her. She's the same person who silently ran a campaign to end the candidature of Amina Mohammed for the same seat. So now, through President Uhuru, she is pushing for the candidature of President Kikwete. This will create a circus in the EAC and allow for compromise candidates whom she hopes will be herself. The candidature of Kikwete is going to be pushed by Monica Juma through SADC, okay? So that is what Nani is saying. Of course, Engineer Mohamed Teche Dida said AUE has a policy of rotational leadership between regions. East Africa is strongly deserving contender as a region. Tanzania cannot compete with Kenya now. The last East African to lead OAU, the present AU, was Tanzania's Dr. Salim Ahmed Salim, who served as this Secretary of Jury for 12 years. That's not what I'm talking about. But anyway, it's nice to know. So anyway, Alai is basically trying to say that, Uhuru Kenyatta, in fact, there's some people in the Mount Kenya who are saying, why are they not considering Uhuru Kenyatta? Okay. Let's see here. Conference business is taken about okay. I think he stopped in the new. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the point I was trying to make is this. There seems to be a growing rift between the Azimio coalition. To be specific, the Jubilee part of the coalition. Let's cut through the chase. This is basically tribal. the Kikuyu faction, and the Luo faction. The Kikuyus are represented through the Jubilee. The Luos are represented through the ODM. Okay, let's just cut through the chase. Let's not call it Jubilee or ODM, because these are vehicles, these are tribal vehicles, okay, which we call political parties. But in reality, these are just tribal cocoons, okay, vehicles that are modeled as political parties, okay. So there is that unease within the ODM side, the Luos and the Kikuyus, okay. Now the Azimio folks, the ODM folks, are calling the Jubilee, saying that you guys actually cost us the election. You guys are the ones who are doing nini. Now they're accusing them of saying you guys are propping up Uhuru Kenyatta to become the AU chairman. People like, you have to listen. If you want to listen to how the insiders, the ODM insiders actually really feel, listen to Babu Owino and Robert Alai. They usually don't shy away from saying how they think, especially Alai. Alai is known to be, somebody who drinks, and maybe sometimes he drunk tweets, so he actually speaks his mind. And, these guys are actually having an uneasy relationship between the two. There's an uneasy relationship between these two factions. And like I said, pretty soon, this Azimio thing will crack, okay? Now, let's go to, like I said, there's that I want to replay that I played yesterday, but I want you to actually go through it again, because I think it indicates everything you need to know about these two factions. Now, let me play you that little clip, then we shall continue. It shows you the genesis of the crack, the divorce from Jubilee and ODM, or Jubilee from the Azimio coalition. It actually breaks it down and shows you what goes on. So let's look at it very quickly, and then we'll carry on from there. Ndio hiyo basi. Can you guys see?
Of Azimio. Elections were stolen, and you ask yourself, what were we comparing? When time came to name the running mate of Azimio, Jubilee was not given a slot, and we kept on raising that issue. However, anytime that we raised that Jubilee was not properly represented in Azimio, they always tell us that but the chairman, who is the current president, is in it. But he was retiring. So fast forward, when we went to the elections, of course, there were issues here and there. There were no agents. The elections were were not properly done. And especially on our side, we didn't even have a tallying center. It's very interesting when I hear people saying that the elections were stolen. And you ask yourself, what were we comparing with? We were just relying on God knows where. I don't know. There were people quoting, NIS has the figures, a certain media station has the figures and all that. So we were not ready for that election. So when we lost, now came the issue of formation of the leadership in the House. I remember our members were relegated. The leader of majority then, because we thought that we were the majority coalition, the person who was to occupy the position of the leader of majority was from ODM, Opio and I. The deputy, Robert Boy, is from Wiper. Then we were given a peripheral seat of the deputy whip. We felt shortchanged. We decided some of us.
Anyway, I just want to say, to play that short video. The point I'm trying to make here, the larger point that I'm trying to make here is this. There's a growing feeling among the Azimio fraternity party that the people from the Mount Kenya let them down in the last election. I told you, these guys are not organized, these Azimio folks as a whole, because at one end they want to tell us that Ruto stole the election. Another end, they told us that they keep on telling us that the Mount Kenya folks did not vote for them. Another, they say, oh, they got enough votes in Mount Kenya. They can't make up their mind. But the thing is this. In their hearts of hearts, they know that they lost. Okay? And now there's a growing feeling that the Mount Kenya people, who actually make up, most of them are Kikuyus, let's not just beat around the bush, are people who did not vote for this Raila Odinga, okay? For whatever reason. Raila Odinga is the boogeyman in Mount Kenya. You can go down the history, from Tom Mboya to the present time. The relationship between Luos and Kikuyus have always been uneasy, okay? And Raila is not to be trusted. They don't just, in Mount Kenya, they don't trust Raila Odinga. Let's just face it, okay? So what is happening right now, it's as if the ODM side especially, they are the most dominant party within the Azimio coalition. It seems like they are slowly pushing Jubilee out. Jubilee already out, okay? But I'm just saying, it is becoming up in the air, like inakuja wazi on the air. It's showing the cracks, the discontent, the distrust between these two factions, the ODM and Jubilee. Because you can see the ODM people are pointing fingers at the Jubilee people, saying, you guys let us down. You guys the ones who did not deliver the presidency. You had Kalanchori when he told us that the Jubilee folks are the ones who are actually in charge of the election. They took over the election, the tallying stuff, and they did not have enough agents in most of their areas, and that's why Baba lost. They actually worked with Ruto to take Baba's victory. So there's this distrust between these two, and it's happening, and it's coming on the open. And I'm saying, with that also, Alai is not even helping by posting things saying that Pauline Njoroge and her friends are taking orders from Uhuru Kenyatta to sabotage Baba's quest for the AU chairmanship. Okay, so it keeps on. In answer, it's growing. There's a growing concern. Let me put it like that. There's a growing rift. There's a growing tension between Uhuru's camp and Raila's camp. Okay? Of course, the leaders hawajatoka wakasema waziwazi ati wako na ubaya, but people like Alai, like I said, Alai are people who actually they really speak the inner feelings of most as ODM leaders. Okay? For example, when they lost, Alai and Gaucho and Babu Owino were the first one to ask Ruto, why did Ruto give that job to Uhuru Kenyatta? Okay, if they were enemies, why did he give him this AU job to run around and be a peacemaker or whatever the case is? Again, they started asking, why was Uhuru not campaigning for them, for Raila Odinga, vigorously, okay? Why was that happening? They're asking this question. They've been doubting Uhuru Kenyatta. So what I see in the future is that there'll be a very, very nasty vita between Raila Odinga's faction, which is ODM, and Jubilee and Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta is being smart about it. He's very calm, he's quiet. Tangu atoke ofisi hiyo kiburi yake iliisha. He doesn't talk much. He tries to keep on pointing fingers at Ruto. But if you study carefully, this guy is actually, they set up Raila Odinga for failure. And I'm telling you this, let me be a prophet. Let me give a prophecy, okay? Because today I'll make it short. It's 33 minutes, but I'll make it short today, okay? Let me make a prophecy. If Raila does not get the AU chairmanship, if he doesn't, if it goes to Kikwete or Uhuru Kenyatta, I'm telling you, it will get ugly in Kenya. I always mention that Kenya's peace, okay, is hinged on these political rulers, elites, who are actually nothing but tribal chieftains getting along. Wakikosana ni vita. When Uhuru Kenyatta, when Kibaki stole the election in 2007, okay, and rigged himself in, okay, and swore himself in at midnight, what happened? Walikuwa wasikizani na Raila Odinga and the Rutos and all that stuff. when these political rulers who are tribal chieftains, if they don't get along, there's a political problem, peace in Kenya inaisha hivyo. Usually there's no peace. And we saw that. We were descending into what? Into civil war. Again, okay? And you saw in that, according to what Ocampo told us, the evidence Ocampo took, William Samoei Ruto had his people in Rift Valley. Uhuru Kenyatta, through Maina Njenga, had his Mungiki seeked up to kill Luos in Naivasha and other places, Kisumu, through the police forces and so forth, so forth. So what I'm saying is this: our peace, and that's why Kenya is so deeply tribalistic. It's unfortunate. Kenya is deeply tribalistic. So any president that assumes his presidency, wins, okay, assumes the chair, has to play this political calculation, is tribal calculation. Nilete Wakamba hapa, nilete Waluya hapa, nilete nini, to try to make these tribal chieftains happy at the expense of the Wananchi. The Wananchi are not getting anything. Okay? The Wananchi, their job is just, hey, Kalonzo, hey, Baba, hey, Ruto. You know? We only feed the wolves at the top to maintain peace. You understand what I'm saying? One day when he was on Spice FM, he said something so unfortunate for somebody to say. He said that we need, the next government should be inclusive. Inclusive to who? Who are you including in this government? He just meant inclusive as far as including other tribal chiefs to join the government. It's no longer about providing services to the people. It is no longer about serving the Wananchi. And we have been programmed to think that way. Mtu wetu akikuwa huko kwa cheo, we are good. Baba akipata AU, hey, tutapigia Ruto kwa sababu nao mtu wetu amefanya nini? Amepata hiyo kiti. Uhuru akipewa hiyo cheo sijui gani, we Kikuyus will be happy because Uhuru shall have a seat. Kalonzo akikuwa the head of opposition sijui nini, ako na gari yake, we Kambas we shall be happy because Kalonzo amepewa kiti ya opposition, official opposition. Instead of looking at this government working for the common Mwananchi, who is actually paying the taxes to make the government function, we are busy celebrating when these tribal chieftains, wolves, rulers, get positions in the government, lucrative position in the government for their families. Ask yourself why Iyala is being represented by the children of Raila Odinga and Kalonzo serving in Iyala. And kwani hatuna watu ambao wamequalify ambao wanaweza kuwa Iyala MPs. So this is what I'm saying. So anytime we have these political chieftains fighting, that always permeates through to Wananchi, and it causes conflict, civil unrest. In the future, look at this. I'm looking at this like this, and I want you to look at it carefully. I can see friction, tension between Uhuru's camp and Raila's camp. It has started. Imeanza hapo kwa mtandao. Go to that other platform. You see, they've started attacking Kikuyus. Mnasema, nyinyi you are moles. Nyinyi mlisaidia, nyinyi na Uhuru amkupigia baba kura. Nyinyi you are moles. They're pointing their fingers at Kikuyus. Okay? You are the reason why we lost the election. Inaanzanga hivyo. And you can hear them, they are saying, what's wrong with Luos getting back together with Ruto? Ruto was never the enemy of Raila Odinga. They've never been enemies. They are always friends. You see, the language is starting hapo. Tunaendeleza, we keep on perpetuating this hate. But we fail to understand that the beef is between these wolves at the top. We're not seeing. Sisi hatujiangalii kama wa Kenya. We might behave, tunajifanya sisi ni wa Kenya. In these platforms you can see. You start debating somebody, okay? Na unatoa maoni yako, then you start prodding. If you want to start challenging them, who does it benefit? For example, who does it benefit If Raila gets that chairmanship of AU, who does it benefit? Now they'll tell you, Raila has fought for this country. He deserves this. He deserves to have that chair because Raila, he has done so much of this. Kenyans rejected him or disrespected him. He has done so much for Kenya. So let him enjoy his time and Okay. And I'll say, okay. But why did he promise us that we shall go to State House and remove Ruto? Why did he do that? Why did he tell us that to go to Mandamano and people lost their lives? Why did he not stick with that? Huh? Why did he not do that? Thank you, Goodia. Mnasema ati saizi aende AU, akae AU, ati sasa he deserves it, him and his family. Raila is a billionaire, with dollar billionaire, not a billions with shillings. Dollar billionaire. He doesn't even need that AU. He'll still be a billionaire. He can die and be happy. His family will be okay. Yeah? Raila Jr. will not sleep in the streets without food. They're set. Ida will be okay. The guy is a billionaire, multi-billionaire. I mean, a billionaire. Dollar billionaire. Okay? So stop saying that Raila now deserves it. He's the one who told us to come out to the street to Mandamano. He's the one who told us that he'll remove Ruto. He's the one who told us that he'll bring Garama ya Maisha chini. He's the one who told us to go to the streets and risk our lives and get shot. Why are we not holding him responsible? It is not time to give up and tell us that you want the AU seat. Huh? No. Finish what you started. Blood was poured, was shed. This is what I said in 2017. When he failed, after Uhuru Kenyatta shot and killed people, protesters, and we risked our lives to make Raila the people's president. Then he turned around and did the same thing he's doing in 2024. Joined the very person who we wanted to remove. And now, you want to give, and there's some people who are telling me, Ati, my friend came in my channel here and told you, that was an economic reason why Raila shook his hand. So he shook his hand so that money could keep on flowing in Nyanza. What money? I was being diplomatic. Sometimes when I bring people in this channel, I'm very diplomatic. Sitaki attack mtu. So what money did it bring Nyanza province? By Raila Odinga shaking hands with Uhuru Kenyatta in 2017. After most people were killed. Where's the justice for those people who died? Guru is telling me, I always call them triplets and a hard bond that even the courts can't break. Raila, Uhuru, and Ruto, the famous brother. Yes. Very true. Every time there's a conflict between these three, the country goes into vita. And that will happen. I've prophesied, hear me, thy prophet of politics. There's coming tension between Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta in the future. Look at it. If you want to tell the tension where it's starting from, start looking at what Paula Njoroge and Robert Alai is tweeting. It starts there because Robert Alai is mirroring the thoughts of the Luo ODM Nyanza province people. And Pauline Njoroge is the mouthpiece of Uhuru Kenyatta. Listen to their tweets. Don't don't lose your focus on him mambo ya sijui Ruto sijui nini. No. Yeah. Handshake was for some favors for himself. Yes. It's always for Raila Odinga. He was the biggest beneficiary in 2017 when he went to the handshake. He was the biggest beneficiary if he gets the EU. This EU is tricky. I said he will get it, but let's see. If Miguna keeps on pressuring this matter and people if more people start paying attention to this academic credentials, and if Raila akishindwa ku produce this credential, then things might get tricky. But I'm telling you, in 2027, My friends from Mount Kenya shall be ostracized. Because this is what's going to happen. Okay? Na sio kwa ubaya. It is happening. The tension is building. ODM and Jubilee are going back to where they were. And Raila kikosa hii kiti, wacha niwaambie, muombe Raila pate hii kiti. Raila akikosa hii kiti, ile inaitwaje? Ile asira atakuwa nayo. Ile asira atakuwa nayo, my friend. Ile asira atakuwa nayo. Of course he will, let's say kama hizi credentials zake, if he can't produce it, atajifanya ataenda hapo aende aite conference aseme, you know, nimeangalia and I've said that my people, I've seen that my people need me more than that ninio. Thank you. He will come and have a press conference and say, you know, I've consulted with my people and I think Kenya needs me more than the AU seat, because if I'm in AU, I can't do my patriotic duties in Kenya. Hiyo speech akiitoa, Raila akirudi kwa Kenyan politics full time, my friend, itakuwa ni vita. Itakuwa ni vita. Maybe Ruto ampatie pesa, ampoeshe, amwambie Raila kando, tulia. Ile asira tarudi nayo, because he has put all his chips on this AUC chairmanship. Hii ni niyo position. Yeah? I'm betting on you, Raila will not get the seat. Remember that that he will be back with Azimios. Okay, me I'm saying he will get it. Goody nitakupatia $10. If he gets it, I'll send you $10. That's a good bet. Yeah? I think he'll get it. I think he'll get it. But the only way he cannot get it if kama hana hizi degree, master's degree. If he doesn't have this master's degree. And Miguna keeps on putting this pressure. Because, you know, people now are starting to pay attention. And of course, the people who are running for this AU chairman person position are also paying attention. Okay? So they will also bring up that issue and say, you know what? We've heard that Mr. in Kenya there, he doesn't have this degree. Let us scrutinize this degree kama ako nayo. Na to save him some ninio, inaitwaje, aibu, they'll give a press conference and say, Raila will give a press conference with Obasanjo, Martha Karua, and the rest of these useless politicians. And will say, you know, I've consulted with my friends and Azimio said they need my direction more than me serving the AU. So I will be happily to withdraw from the AU position to focus on Azimio and building the country which is called Kenya. That is the press conference that Raila will give. And as soon as he does that, Uhuru Kenyatta, run. Uhuru, run. Especially if you are really behind that. I'm telling you. But I'm telling you, in the future, there's going to be tension between watu wa Mount Kenya na watu wa Lakeside. It is coming. It is coming. And it's up to Ruto to play it well. It's coming. I know you don't want to believe me. Me nawaambia saizi. And it starts with I told you, if you want to know the mind of Uhuru Kenyatta, go to Pauline Njoroge. Sikia maoni yake. If you want to see the mind of the ODM folks in ODM, go to Robert Alai's tweets. And ausikie. They are not fools. Raila is keeping, because like I said, Raila anaangalianga maneno, anaona what can benefit him. Not the Uganda, the people. What can benefit him as an individual? EAU seat will benefit Raila Odinga, not his followers. Yeah? Lakini his followers, they refuse to think. Wanasema ati baba apate. They don't ask the question, why were we going to the streets and struggling, wasting our, putting our lives in danger? They don't ask that question. Wanasema tu baba apewe hiyo ninio basi. That's how sycophants think. Okay? But what I'm trying to say is this. Okay? In the event hii pressure ya credential, education credentials, yani academic credentials za ninio ikizidi, Raila will be in trouble. And if he doesn't get that seat because of that, hey, Ruto better pass that NADCO or else maandamano Raila will go maandamano uchi. Haya. And Uhuru Kenyatta. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, enemies and comrades, let me go watch Manchester City and Brentford. I'll be supporting Brentford today because I like Brentford. So nitawachia hapo. Leo nitaiwachia hapo. 10 minutes to an hour mark. But if you're watching this for the first time, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends and comrades, make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Okay? Subscribe. Now, like if you are there. Okay? Like, share, comment. Na tutakutana tena. Please. Thank you very much. Good year kama kawaida. Tuko na bet ya $10. If Raila becomes the ninio, the AU chairman, unatumia $10. Asipopata nitakutumia $10. Otherwise, I'm out, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I wanted to say. To wrap up, just to wrap up, let's do a recap before I even sign out. I showed you the video of Raila Odinga. Actually, you remember I questioned why did Raila Odinga go to Germany? Okay, that is where I started. Why did he go to Germany? Immediately as Sam Ogola tweeted that Raila Odinga cannot qualify for the AU chairperson position, the next day Raila was in Germany. Okay, and I asked the question: is it a coincidence? Because he is said to have gone to school in college in Germany, and I mentioned in my video yesterday saying that maybe Raila ameenda Ujerumani kufanya ile ukarabati, okay, kufanya ukarabati through the BND, okay, the Federal Intelligent Service ya Ujerumani, because I told you Raila is part of the intelligence community, okay. So ameenda huko Ujerumani kufanya ukarabati ndio apate ile certificate ya masomo, okay. And Miguna actually documented in his Twitter that Raila Odinga did not go to school in Germany. He lived in Germany. He never went to school there. Raila did not finish school in Kenya. He dropped out of the primary school and he didn't finish high school. He went to Germany. He went to live there, not to go to school. Okay? And Miguna actually challenged anyone to show anyone who went to school with Raila Odinga. And Miguna even named the person who traveled with Raila to East Germany, where they traveled with Tanzanian passport. Remember, because Moi alimfukuza or whatever the case was. Okay? So after Miguna having tweeted all that, and it kind of went viral, Raila Odinga today posted a picture of him visiting the Harbor Institute in Leipzig, a high school that he purportedly attended years ago. Okay? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Him going to Germany is fishy. Very fishy. That's what him going to Germany was fishy. Rebel, if you win, I will. Sour good year. Yeah. So I said, what a coincidence. Once everybody starts questioning his Ninio Makaratasi, he goes to Germany. And not only does he go to Germany, of course, he was using that World Forum, political forum, to... This guy was illegal traveling with. Yes, he was. So, of course, he was using that World Forum where he went and gave a speech there. He was using that as a cover for his reason to go to Germany. But his main reason ni kwenda kufanya ukarabati apate hiyo makaratasi. But we'll wait to see. Because once he produced that document, okay, because now the next step, he has to produce that document. He has to. We are not going to believe you. So anyway, he goes to Germany, gives a speech in World Forum, whatever, nonsense, whatever. Then Miguna posts what he posts about Raila's academic credentials. And the next day, he goes to this institute in Leipzig, okay, taking pictures with a bunch of Chinese kids, foreign kids, telling us that, oh, memories of when I went to high school here, when I used to live here. Show us the documentation. Show us the documentation. Raila Odinga, show us the documentation. Wacha kutuonyesha picha. Wewe ni mtalii huko. Tuonyeshe hizo documentation. Show us your diploma, your degree. You need to have a master's degree. If not master's, it's PhD in political science and law. Show us the documentation, Raila Odinga. Stop showing us pictures. I can go to Oxford University today and take pictures with the students there, and take pictures with the provost there, and show you in my Twitter that, oh, I have memories in 1975 when I went to Oxford University, to fool the people. Show us the documentation. The documentation beats the conversation, okay? Have you ever heard that say? Documentation beats the conversation. I repeat with me, the documentation beats the conversation. Documentation beats the conversation. Raila, show us your master's degree. From what institution did you get your master's degree? Raila Odinga. The coffee is kicking in right now. Habala shababa. Let me go for five more minutes. Raila Odinga, show us your documentation. Sasa ndio coffee. Siasa inafishika moto. Hata hii kahawa imenifanya niongeze. Raila Odinga, where did you go to school? We want to see those documentation. Wacha kucheza na sisi. Where? Tunataka kuona who was your principal at that time. Show us. Na si principal peke yake, tunataka kuona can you name one person who you went to school with in that's in Leipzig institution? Pale ulipata your master's degree. Pale ulipata your degree ya engineer. Who did you go to school with? Oscar Sudi, engineer ukarabati? Yeah? Show us that's the degree. Stop taking pictures in sijui wapi. Ukituambia tu umeenda hapo, ulisoma hapo. Where is the degree? Wapi? Tunataka kuona your certificate. The actual paper. Post it. And once you post it and tell us when you graduated, we shall call that school and find out. We want to find your name. We shall call it. Dunia is a globe. It's a global. Calling China is not a problem. Calling Germany is not a problem. We shall call them and ask. In 1965, did you have a student called Raila Odinga? Did he graduate? What did he graduate on? What was the Nino? What was his score? Can you produce that? Yeah. Meguna. Anna is putting his foot was in your neck. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, Raila Odinga, you have to show your documentation. Tukutuonyesha picha huko Ujerumani sio kitu. We are not fools. Tuonyeshe documentation. Documentation beats the conversation any time. If you don't document, it didn't happen. Show us. Document a paper trail of when you graduated. What did you graduate in? What kind of engineering? Was it civic engineering? Mechanical engineering? Oscar Sudi, kuja utusaidie. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I want to find out the truth. I have 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Show us Raila Odinga. Show us. Tuonyeshe. We want documentation. No more talking. Wacha kutuambia tuonyesha picha za Ujerumani huko na watoto wa China. Ukipiga nao picha na unatuambia ati hao ni watoto wasijui Harvard wapi. Show us the documentation. Raila Odinga, you have to show us the documentation. Si kazi ya kwenda ya maandamano. If it's degree in maandamano, tutakupatia hiyo maandamano. Ruto, were you setting up Raila Odinga for failure? Ruto Samoi. Tugol, ulikuwa unataka Raila anguke? Raila, show us. We want to see. Ebu wekeni hapo like na mulike mara moja haraka sana. Subscribe. Wacha nimalize hapa. Hata nimeanza yote kweli. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, enemies and comrades, ni hayo tu kwa leo. Nataka thank those people who have been here watching. Again, let's watch for the next few days, see if Raila will post something on his Twitter page or his website, so we can actually see the year that he graduated, what he actually graduated on, his not subject, what do we call it? His discipline. Ilikuwa engineering gani? Mechanical engineering, civil engineering, there's all kinds of engineering. Ama ile ukarabati ile ya Oscar Sudi. Tunataka kujua what year and what did you graduate on? Was it a master's degree? Because they require at least master's degree. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, brothers, sisters, friends, and comrades, I would like to thank everybody else. Like I say, like this video, share, comment. And if you haven't subscribe. My name is Kenyan Revolutionary. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace and blessings. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.